Hey Colleen, how's it going? I've got a reading here for you, and I wanted to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Don't believe I've ever done a reading for you before, and I wanted to say thank you for giving me a shot. I hope today's reading's gonna enlighten you and allow you to see things maybe in a different light, maybe some confirmations that you've been looking for. So let's get this done for you, okay? We got for Colleen here. All right. Just looking for a couple confirmation cards here, Colleen. Good. Nice to see that. All right, so Colleen, I am seeing that you are a patient person. I've got Temperance here, which is supporting kind of, I've got the Emperor in reverse right here. And then I've got the Temperance in the upright that's confirming it. So what I'm seeing here is you've kind of come out of a mode of where you've had to balance some ineffective behavior. There's some things that look like needed to be fixed. Now in doing so, that you've moved forward with the Two of Wands. Okay. Now the Two of Wands is going to let me know that you have options in front of you. However, even though this is almost looking like a Two of Swords in a way, because when I turn around and I confirm this with the Seven of Coins, it lets me know, and that's in the reverse, it lets me know that there's like some diminished returns on whatever choice you feel like you're going to be making. That's disturbing to hear a little bit, because it reminds me of a Two of Swords, because it can kind of go either way. So what I want you to do is really look back. You're getting guidance about your cherished memories here. You're looking back and going through with the Hierophant here, you're kind of going through some of your traditional teachings that you knew that you had when you grew up and in your upbringing. You're cherishing these. The Six of Cups confirms this, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe there is a little bit of a battle here that you're having with yourself on almost like an identification. You know who you are. However, your traditions are weighing heavy on you. You miss that part of your life, and that's something that and moving forward, if the decisions that you want to make are made the way that you want to make them, you're going to lose maybe this past cherished memories that you have. So you're kind of looking back and thinking, what is it that I'm going to have to do in order to understand who I'm becoming? Who do I want to be? The Strength, you've got an unbearable confidence in what you're doing. So this motivation really kind of gives me a security in knowing that you're taking life by the horns and you're charging forward. You're not willing to turn around and just sit back by the wayside. You know that there's movement that's got to get done, and you know that there are actions that need to be taken. Yep. Four Cups. That's letting me know about your arrogant wastefulness. To be strictly honest, I don't want to call it out like that, but when the cards speak, the cards speak. So now in knowing this, your Two of Wands, where you're moving forward, but yet this ineffective behavior that you've had does not have the returns that you're hoping that it would have. In doing so, like I mentioned, you're looking back on your cherished memories and your past with the Hierophant, and that brings the Four of Cups. There's an arrogant wastefulness, maybe, that you feel like you've wasted time. There's a picture of somebody that's just kind of willingly spilling wine here. So even though even though you know that there's been some wastefulness in your energy and things that you need to do, you still have this confidence in looking at it, saying, you know what, I know what I need to do and moving forward. What is the overall for Colleen here? Oh, the world, Colleen. This is beautiful. Okay, so you are coming to a full completion of this energy. You are, and I'm very proud of you. You've recognized the behavior, and the strength card, definitely reassures the fact that you are moving forward in the decisions that you're making. The world card, again, I did show it, yeah. It's that full completion. So I think the more that you start looking back into some of that old energy that you miss, could be with others, could be with family, it could be more of a traditional family setting, and you've looked at life as, I want to go test the waters, and you have, but you're seeing that these teachings and these memories of your having and your upbringing is what's pulling you back, to really see, what this is the case here. I need to go ahead and wrap this up. So I hope that encourages you to finish up whatever behavior this is. Don't waste any more time. There's things that you are definitely needing to face, and behaviors. I am one that I do it on a daily. Sometimes I'm my hardest critic, because I can be so hard on myself. But there are other times when I look and I see how far that I've progressed. So you have a great read here to reassure you of a lot of different things. Part of our growth in who we are in healing is truly looking back at the journey that we've taken, and I've had people tell me, I love the journey, I appreciate and the journey that I had, even though it hurt. And sometimes I agree with that. Other times it's hard for me to agree with that, just simply because of the simplicity of, I hated to get hurt, but I understand the lessons that are in it. This doesn't seem like a love read. However, this is more of a personal. So in that behavior, there's something within yourself that you lost in the actions that you were doing. So as we discussed, the Three of Wands had come out here. I wanted a little bit more insight, just to kind of see what direction with this world that you're going in. And the Three of Wands has a growth. There's a lot of discipline, and it goes great with the Strength card, because you literally are working towards that growth, and you're not letting go of it. You are, with the Five of Coins here, you're gaining back, and that's in reverse. So in the upright, this would be that there's a hard misfortune that's going to be encountered. But however, with this being in the reverse, you're recovering your stability. You're taking your life by the horns, and you realize that you, with the the Seven of Wands in reverse, that you lost a little bit of courage. And that's got you going back over here with this Hierophant, kind of looking back, in the Six of Cups, looking back at these old memories. Yeah, so there, you knew, okay, you knew with this, whatever information or whatever led to the request of this reading, this is kind of why. It all boils down to this card right here, and that's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There's an unforeseen challenge that arrived, brought all of this to the surface, and made it to where all of this needed to be recognized. So depending on what energy that you're in, whether you're moving forward and you're realizing you need to hold back, or you're in that Hierophant energy, or going into that and looking back at those cherished memories, it is going to provide a lot of growth for you. Remember, you're going to recover your stability, but in doing so, your pride's going to get hurt, because your courage is going to be diminished a little bit. You have to look at your behaviors, and you've got to look at okay, I'm able to withdraw this. I've made the right steps. Now you have to take one day at a time. So this unforeseen challenge, I do feel like this, with the courage is going to test you. And that test is where you will have to choose uh, what direction that you go. And so, although you may very well be, you very well may be uh, contemplating what life that you want, but either way, there's a bit of unbalance, and it's not just unbalance; it's unbalanced taking. So, what I'm kind of actually what I'm very strongly feeling is whatever I believe somebody was taking, you were taking advantage and not loving yourself, and you had lost courage, and there was some negative consequences along the way with this judgment in reverse. So, um, yeah, you're definitely going to come to completion with this. You're going to go through a little instability that's going to cause you a little hiccup, maybe a speed bump in life that may end up even turning around and being hard for you to acknowledge. There's something that's unbalanced that needs to be rectified first, and if it's continued, there's going to be a negative consequence about this. Okay. So I really want to encourage you to make sure that you kind of hang in this world energy, this strength card, and realize, Colleen, this Four of Cups here. This sometimes arrogant wastefulness of energy. And I guess the emphasis from this is because I'm preaching to myself too. I need to do the same thing. So I'm right here with you. Even my courage has been down a little bit. I'm recovering my own stability. So in a way, I completely understand your energy. I just don't want you to be discouraged. Even though there might be some negative cards here, it's just giving you a little foresight of what's to come. Okay, so keep in the strength, and find the courage that you need to overcome these certain things, and make sure that you're ahead of the game on these unforeseen challenges that that are coming. Okay, I'm just gonna run a couple of other cards here real quick, just to see if there's anything that. Oh, I guess so. Okay, so I do have a karmic relationship. And you've been taking some time talking with some friends about this. Just maybe why you were led over to me. Somebody wanted to make sure you got some insight, so I appreciate that person. Yeah, because it's time for ascension. You know it's time to grow. And I'm getting my goosebump confirmation here. You already know what you need to do, and there's no wrongdoing in acknowledging where you would like to grow and what you would need to do in order to grow. It's being adult enough to do it. Let's see if there's anything from the Angels and Ancestors deck here for you to kind of close out this read. All right, we have the Knight. All right, so with the Knight, we want to make sure that we're being brave and honest with ourselves. So this correlates with what the overall message is. Have the courage, be brave, and most definitely honesty within yourself. Know the decisions that you need to make and where you have to move forward. If with this unforeseen challenge that you have here, the seer is coming out and saying to try to see beyond your current situation. Try to look at things from outside of a certain perspective that you always are looking at, and maybe always thinking something's on the negative. Take a step back if you can and try to overcome this literally by, I explain to clients a lot to kind of go above the situation, look down on it from a bird's eye view. And in doing so, you tend to see a lot more different, you tend to see a lot more differences in your situation that maybe from being so close and down in it that you didn't see. So try to make sure that you're looking outside the box, and see beyond the current situation that you're in. Maybe look at where and why it's leading you to what it is. And as soon as it's overcome, it looks like you'll be handled it correctly. But if you're not brave and honest with yourself, Colleen, there's going to be some negative consequence, and I don't want that. So really, kind of take one day at a time, balance yourself. One suggestion I'm being told is to make sure that you're eating right. I want to make sure that you're eating, whatever your diet is, make sure it's healthy and it's good. Replenish your body, replenish your temple with something that's going to enlighten you a little bit more. If you need to withdraw from maybe some of the snacks and those little other things that maybe we like, do so, but discipline yourself. I think if you do, a lot of these are going to be turned back around to where you have this earned reward. So at this time, keep working on the growth of yourself, and don't forget the balance, and that all of this is going to come to completion for you. Okay, so thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. I'm going to be praying for you, and definitely the client that connected me with you definitely would like to check up on you in time. So I hope I get to hear from you, and I hope this provided a message for you to give you a little bit of encouragement and enlightenment into what's to come, and help confirm some things for you. We all need to change, so I'm a work in progress, so are you. Let's be courageous and let's do it together, okay? Till next time, thanks guys.